Did you know that 86% of households own a motorbike in Vietnam? Vietnam is renowned for being a well-liked travel destination due to its stunning beaches, culture, incredible cuisine, and hospitable people. Vietnam is well known for its floating markets, rice terraces, and Vietnamese coffee. This video will show you the top 10 things to do in Vietnam. As a travel channel, we make suggestions based on numerous trips to this historic and spectacular tourist attraction. So welcome! And do not forget to stick around until the end of this video, as we have an exciting travel recommendation to share with you to ensure you have an exciting time in Vietnam. So let's get started. Here are our top 10 picks. Number 10. Ba Be National Park. The three interconnected Ba Be lakes at the center of the serene Ba Be National Park, surrounded by craggy hills and heavily forested slopes, are gorgeous. However, for those who prefer to be more active, there is fantastic hiking and trekking amongst ethnic minority communities in the hills. Most visitors take tranquil boat tours or kayaks on the lake and explore the stalactite and stalagmite-filled caverns nearby. In one of Vietnam's most serene locations, visitors who spend the night here do so in a traditional stilt house homestay along the lake's edge, giving them a taste of rustic country living. Number 9. Kuchi Tunnels. The Kuchi Tunnels are a vast network of tunnels that, during the war, stretched for more than 250 kilometers, allowing BC troops to operate and communicate in the areas surrounding Ho Chi Minh City. It is a fascinating experience for all tourists, not just those interested in Vietnam's modern military history. The two brief parts of the network's cramped quarters that a guide can take you into are not ideal for claustrophobic people. You have to crawl on your hands and knees. The most well-liked choice, Binh Dinh Village, offers tunnel access. Number 8. Nha Trang. Nha Trang reigns supreme in Vietnam for beach enjoyment. The 6-kilometer-long immaculate beach stretches along the city's waterfront of Nha Trang, where local families on vacation and forest tourists congregate in the summer. Excellent swimming conditions, dedicated swimming areas, and well-kept relaxation spaces make this a terrific choice for leisurely days in the sun and sand. If you are bored of sunbathing, head to the nearby Po Naga Cham Towers, which has been a destination of prayer since the 7th century, to the north of the Zong Bong Bridge. Additionally, the Pastoral Institute was built at Nha Trang by Alexandre Yersin, who determined the cause of the bubonic plague, which still carries out vaccination programs in Vietnam today. Number 7. Hanoi. Vietnam's frantic capital is a bewildering and alluring sight for visitors. It is the heartbeat of the country. Hanoi is the place to visit if you want to experience Vietnamese city life. Even though some tourists may find the motorbike frenzy, smog, and constant noise of street merchants too much, the Old Town area offers lots of decaying charm, and history buffs should visit the many top-notch museums. The Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum is a significant memorial to the man who founded modern-day Vietnam. At the same time, the Vietnam Museum of Ethnology and the Vietnam Fine Art Museum are all excellent introductions to the country's varied artistic outputs. Number 6. Sapa Countryside. You can find Vietnam's most picturesque rural scenes in the verdant rice field region of Sapa, which is by the Hoi An Mountains, sometimes still referred to by their French colonial era moniker, the Tonkinese Alps. The Hmong, Gian, and Red Dazao are just a few of the ethnic minorities who call these deep valleys home. Fancy Pan Mountain, the nation's tallest peak, watches over the rippling hills terraced with rice fields, with countless opportunities to trek or day hike between tiny towns and take in the breathtaking mountain views. This is the best location in Vietnam. The main base is Sapa itself, a former hill outpost, which today is a bustling tourist hotspot that contrasts sharply with the opulently serene countryside at its doorstep. We are sure you are having a great time exploring the city with us as we work through our list of the top things to do in Vietnam. Don't forget to stay through the end, as we have an exciting travel recommendation to share with you. Number 5. Hoi An. Hoi An, a charming city in Vietnam, has the most significant preserved traditional architecture overall. The ancient town section of Hoi An was a treat to explore since it was full of well-preserved merchant buildings from the 15th century, when it was an important meeting place for Japanese and Chinese merchants who came for the local silks. You can sense these times because many ancient merchant houses have been made accessible to the public. The best has to be the Thang house from the 17th century, which has remarkable architecture and ornamental features. The prominent symbol of Hoi An is the lovely Japanese bridge, located at the western end of the Tran Phu Street. The oldest town's most intricately built temple is conveniently located nearby and is called the Assembly Hall of the Fujian Chinese Congregation. The best way to appreciate Hoi An's charm is to meander around the old quarter's winding lanes and admire its immaculately preserved facades, despite the town's abundance of museums. Number 4. Phong Nha-Ke Bang National Park. The World Heritage listed Phong Nha-Ke Bang National Park is one of the best sites to go craving Vietnam. It is a stunning crest mountain formation honeycombed with enormous caves. The national park is home to incredible stalactite and stalagmite displays. The Paradise Cave stretches an astonishing 31 kilometers below ground and is the park's most visited location. Here, the vast tunnels are amazing. Being a wet cave, two-land cave requires visitors to swim through the river that runs through the cave system. The second most liked excursion is to the Phong Nha Caves. We use a boat to explore the interior. From Sun Trek, you can travel to Phong Nha-Ke Bang National Park. We are sure you must be having a great time visiting all these places with us. So here are our top 3. Number 3. Kappa Island. A trip to Kappa Island is a sure thing. The vistas are incredible, and the nearby Lan Ha Bay is an excellent Halong substitute because it is another breathtakingly beautiful bay but doesn't attract as many tourists. Take pleasure in hiking through the untouched rainforest that makes up the sizable national park. Popular and moderately easy, the Lookout Tower Trail is a great trek. It would be best if you extend it for about an hour before reaching a rusting shelter, where you can see how unspoiled Kappa truly is. If you still want more, climb a bit higher to get to the breathtaking New Lam Peak. Viewing the ragged green mountains that disappear into the distance is worthwhile. Hire a guide and take on the 18-kilometer Cang Viet High Track for a more significant challenge. This trail is undulating and demands a good physical condition. Get ready to scramble over dense tangles of tree pathways that block the path and ascend steep, slick tracks. Number 2. Halong Bay. Halong Bay's cursed seascape is one of the top sites in the world to visit for breathtaking sea views and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This harbor in the Gulf of Tonkin contains thousands of limestone islets, worn over millennia by wind and water into sharp pinnacles. Halong Bay is an ideal cruising region because a boat is the most acceptable way to view the bay's splendor. As a travel channel, we recommend you choose at least one overnight vacation to see Halong Bay's famous sights because a day trip falls short. Only 2 of the many caves in the bay that you can visit are the Hang Sung Sa, which has 3 large caverns, and the Hang Dao Go, which has wonderfully strange stalactites and stalagmites. However, for most visitors, the delight is just indulging in the experience of driving through the karst while admiring the constantly shifting panorama of the pinnacles. Here it is, our number 1 thing to do in Vietnam. Number 1. Ho Chi Minh City. For those who prefer big cities, visiting Ho Chi Minh City, the vibrant economic hub of the country, is a must-do while visiting Vietnam. The restaurant and cafe scene is tremendously diverse. The streets are insanely congested with motorbikes and cars, and the shops are among the greatest in the nation. Most of the city's attractions are in Dong Ca Hoi, the district's central area, which is compact and straightforward to navigate. The impressive Notre Dame Cathedral, constructed in the late 19th century, can be found here, along with the HCMC Museum, which houses an excellent collection of objects that tell the city's history. You can see the city's best remaining examples of French colonial architecture in the surrounding historic area of Dao Cao. You may also visit the Jade Emperor Pagoda to see its stunning collection of Buddhist and Taoist religious iconography. After that, history lovers should visit the History Museum to see the abundance of artifacts on show from different archaeological sites. Thanks for staying up till this time. Here is our bonus travel recommendation. Mekong Delta. The enormous Mekong River finally reaches the sea in the deep south of Vietnam. Through a network of channels crisscrossing the floodplain, the delta is one of the fascinating places for tourists to explore. It is incredibly green and full of mangroves, paddy field vistas, and local life. It also has a chaotic floating marketplace that you can explore by boat. Can Thao is the most well-liked place to start because it's close to the floating markets of Phong Dinh and Cai Rang, and the boat ride from Kamau lets you visit the Kamau Nature Reserve and the U Minh Mangrove Forest. Do you have a favorite place in Vietnam, or have you ever been to one of these places? Please share your experience with us in the comment section. We hope you have enjoyed our video about Vietnam. Please stick with us for more travel guide videos. Travel Guide Channel makes your travel easy.